Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Empyrion Galactic Survival episode 27. I'm Enigmius and today we are over at the Ghost Rider Base 2. This is the second base that we found when we peeked over from our little hidey hole where we've got our capital vessel and our base. The last episode we took care of the drone base. This was the one that was nearest to it that was doing the most to help out its pal when we were trying to clear the turrets and approach with our small vessel. So we've cleared the turrets off of this guy. They were on these little platforms. And there's another one there. There's a total of 4 platforms, basically all the way around the 4 sides. And we got rid of them, so I have no idea what to expect when we get inside of this thing. I don't know how many bad guys there are going to be. Got a great viewer tip suggested that I use the drone, the construction drone, to kind of take a look around inside these places. Is a safer way to do the scouting than coming around the corner and getting a face full of turret. So we're going to try and remember to do that. And beyond that, I don't want to spend more time than I have to clearing these guys out. The one thing that I'm kind of gunning for is this top section up here. You can see it's got windows. And I kind of expect that that's where we're going to find the best loot. Or the worst monsters, one of the two, I don't know. I don't know if there's a basement, but we'll find out soon enough. So now, I just have to land. There we go, we escaped a ship. It shouldn't be that hard. We're going to switch to an appropriate weapon. I hear the bad guys already. So, we're going to use this guy to take a look around. See what we can find by way of exterior patrolling bad guys, places to go with elevators like this, and possibly exterior spawn points, because you never know. If we can get rid of some of those, that's always helpful. Okay, so we have no exterior spawn points, but we do have a pair of elevators over there. What would be the low point of entry? You might think this. Oh, there it is. There's stairs and a door there. And that's it. That's the way in. Stairs and a door. Make sure that we're loaded. It's nighttime again, so it's going to be a little bit dark outside, and of course probably a little bit dark inside as well. And the shotgun has no tactical light on it, so there's no help there. So there's a spawn pad in there. I think the only thing we can do is basically shoot down the door and then just shoot everything until it all stops moving. Well, that was easy enough. And I think there's another guy in here. Yep. These guys went down pretty easy, I have to say. I'm accustomed to them taking more than one shot with the shotgun unless I get them directly in the head, and I definitely didn't get them directly in the head. We'll take some of your medicine, and some more of your medicine, and lastly, medicine. And we'll just kind of take a look around the room that we're in. Here's an elevator that goes up only. We'll have to remember that. And what about this one? This one also goes up only. So we'll launch the drone and see where up only takes us. I wonder if the drone can actually get shot down. Look at that. We've got a turret directly in front of a loot container. We've got the core block right there. Interestingly enough, destroying the core block will turn off all the lights, which makes it a not especially desirable thing to do. What else have we got? Those look just like windows. Basically, we've got some fuel tanks, tier 2 fuel tanks that will give us some materials. I'm going to try the other elevator and see what's up this side. This drone recon business is starting to grow on me already. So we've got another turret, we've got a generator that we don't want to destroy, we want to salvage that for the goodies. Can we keep going directly up? Yes we can. This is the all the way up elevator. The drone seems to like getting a little bit hung up on it. And then all the way across, I think this one in the middle there is the one that goes up to the pod that we were looking at earlier as sort of a key point of interest. So, what I want to do is make my way back down. That ought to do. And we're going to make sure this guy is reloaded before we put it away. I'm trying to get in the habit of keeping my guns reloaded, because it's pretty damn embarrassing to find yourself in a situation where you've got a gun that could easily take care of the mess you're in, but it's not loaded. And also, scoping in before we get into a fight to get rid of that laggy scope syndrome. I don't even think I'm going to need to scope this. I'm just going to need to shoot at this turret until it explodes. And I wonder if we, you know what? I don't want to chance it. I don't want to try and shoot around the barrel only to find that we're hitting the barrel and consequently can't get any loot from it, because that would suck. Come up this side. That was much smoother than the first one. Much better. Oh, and I guess we keep going from here. And again, I'm leaving that deliberately because I don't want the lights to go out. We can finish exploring this guy. We'll just kind of make sure that we're clear on this side. I wonder if that was me. Shot a hole in the windows there. Probably. I've been known to do that kind of thing when I'm shooting at something from 1,000 kilometers away. So I know it's not 1,000 kilometers, but you get the hyperbole. Wow, that's quite the ascent, and the drone is having none of it. There we go. What do we got up here? We got a turret, and a turret, and a turret, and a barrel. The distraction barrel. You see the loot, and that's the first thing you go for, and then in the meantime you're getting shot to hell by the three turrets. This is definitely handy, this drone scoping thing. I kind of expect at some point in the future, or at least I wouldn't be surprised if they did make the drone something that enemies will target and destroy if you're just kind of flying around and abusing it to get a good look at what's up ahead. You never know. Alright, so we got 3 turrets to take care of. Make sure this guy is loaded. And then carefully ascend. Just that the last 2 or 3 rounds. Like, oh, thanks. There we go. Lights. We have lights. Now, are we... I'm pretty sure we're in that top section. What do we got in here? Bunch of stuff. Some of it we can use. Some of it not so much. I got piles of this stuff anyways. I would be kind of disappointed if this was the very top. We're going to send out the drone. We're going to make an opening here. And we're going to see... was that the... It is! Wow, what a jerk. I mean, it had the same firepower as the drone base, which is right over here, but less to explore and far less loot. We're going to make one more pass down around that section down there to see if there's maybe not a basement area. Otherwise, we're going to have to say mean things about the Ghost Rider Base 2. And we're down. So we've got a couple of generators that we can salvage. We've got a couple of fuel tanks that we can clean out. All in the name of making it worth our while to be here. And there's those guys up there, which are kind of interesting, but I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to dig through them just yet. maybe at a later date when we're doing the final clear of the moon before we move on, then that's the kind of thing that we'll be interested in doing. Let's take a look at this. We've got not bad with the large fuel packs. This is all stuff that I can use, but it's not particularly exciting. We're going to leave this guy just for the time being. Again, so we can keep the lights on, and then we'll go down and we're going to poke around and see if there's anywhere else we can go. This is the way that we came in with the stairs. Yep. And I think we have exhausted all of our options. The one thing that I can do, however, is first of all, we're going to reload. There we go, lights out. Okay, so the last thing that I can think of that we could check that may yield some sort of goodies is punch down until we find ground and confirm that there's no basement. So we're done here. Ghost Rider Base 2 is done, and now we're going to head over to Ghost Rider Defense 2, since that first clear didn't really take all that long. Might as well get it done while we can. Alright, so there was a thing shooting at us, and we shot back. I think it was a small turret, like one of the individual placement turrets. I don't think it was one of the big ones. As you can see, we've done a pretty thorough job of stripping the big ones off this guy. This was just like the other one. This was not a big base. In fact, it wasn't any taller than you see now. It just was a little guy labeled Ghost Rider Defense 2. And now it's defenseless. And we're going to move in and see if there's any goodies left after that little exchange. Railguns are really hard on goodies. Alright, we made it out of the ship on the first go this time. Yeah, we're going to reload. Ready for anything. That one's good to go. What do we got up here? See, we almost wrecked it. Look how close we were to destroying the goodies. Oh look, there's even a medical bay here. I saw it and I thought, hey, I'll shoot it, but not soon enough. That took off a chunk of health, that guy. So we're going to have to keep a very close eye out for turrets. What do we got in here? We'll take this. We'll always take fuel packs, even though I never use the fill and flatten tool. Got a generator. Can I? Oh, we'll have to find the control block. We won't be able to use that medic station. We'll get the materials that went into making it, and we'll take them back to our base so that if we want to make another one, we can. So, what else? What else have we got here? So that must have been the thing that was shooting at us when we first approached, and the ship was one of those turrets. We dispatched the turret, and now we have to find the block. The block. Yeah, we can't even top up our oxygen using their oxygen reserves. Bunch of jerks. Is this the one to outside? Yeah, that's a door to outside. We kind of made our own door. What do you got down here? Anything? No. There's got to be core around here somewhere. be able to get a damn thing out of this place until we find it. I'm just gonna take a run around the outside, see if there's anything special. So far, nothing. I wonder. Ah, we found it. It was right here. Oh, and it exploded when we shot it. Sneaky traps. So this one, also a bit of a bust. You can get some interesting things, but in terms of things that we would be happy to get that justified all the time that we took getting the turrets off of this thing and getting ready to go, it's just kind of a thing. It could be a lot worse, but I don't think we'll be going out of our way to clear out these things in the future if they're all just kind of standing off by themselves. I think we'll be much happier to move on to the better sources of loot. So there you have it. 2 clears in 1 episode. We can't forget this one, guy. That's the good stuff. The red one, just because it's red. That red one. I think we got all the red. We can fill up our red paint gun. Oh, we'll take this door too. Why not? Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to do some daytime scouting and see if we can't come up with some more points of interest that we want to visit. And in the meantime, we're going to get our health back up, our food back up, our oxygen back up. We're going to unload our ship for all the goodies that we picked up. Wasn't anything particularly exciting, but it's all stuff that we'll use, except for the epic pistol. And we'll carry on. So that'll be it for this episode. We got a lot done in terms of numbers. Getting 2 bases cleared in 1 episode is pretty handy. Next episode, we'll show you what we found when we did a little survey of the rest of the moon in terms of things that we can shoot at and destroy and loot and do all that other stuff. And once we're done shooting, looting, and destroying, we'll make plans for our next steps. So if you want to be notified about the next episode, you can always subscribe to my channel or follow me on social media. Links for social media are in the information box below the video. Feel free to leave your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.